Okay,
Yeah.
we're back at the dashboard.
Yeah. Sorry, what?
Cool. So now we have to configure over the updates and program our board over Wi-Fi.
So exciting! So first you want to add your device. It's going to grab the MAC address. So hit add device there, the big blue button.
Mm-hmm.
And on the right, it can auto-detect the MAC address, which is nice because it's always a pain to find that and retype it and stuff.
Oh. Yeah, just...
As long as it's plugged in, yeah, we go.
Yeah, it's plugged in. Okay. Prepare to be old. Ta-da!
Awesome. And you can give it a name.
I'm going to call it Alex.
Or whatever. Cool.
So now I have to give you this board because it's yours. It has your name. Damn it.
So
Okay.
next we've got to set it up so that it recognizes your Wi-Fi, which will allow it to ping your server and pull updated code. So yeah, hit the link.
Ta-da.
So you've already got that browser plugin. You don't need to reinstall
Yeah,
it.
no need for that.
Scroll down, I guess, to that sketch.
Mm-hmm.
So in here, you'll want to replace the SSID and password text fields with your actual, Netgear and no password.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add like a second. So since it's yours now, I should also add like Huckster and whatever.
Our network is so weird and horrible in this co-working space. I don't
Okay,
know.
so now?
So you've already got your board selected, but you do need to change that port to the USB UART one.
Okay.
Cool, and hit flash.
Okay. We're living on the edge here, no verification at all. We know it's gonna work.
If you always flash it first, and if it doesn't work, I guess you can verify it. But it's pretty obvious it's not gonna verify if it fails to flash. So
Yep.
There's probably a good reason to use the verify button. I never do. Do you use it? Do you always verify before you flash?
No. Well, you know me. I'm a man of action and risk.
We don't need no verification. I'm sorry.
No, that was really good.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's actually 3 a.m. here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty late there, isn't it?
Yep.
So this is a genuine San Francisco, Greece, vice versa broadcast that you're seeing right now.
Yeah.
Recording, I guess.
Citizens of the world, unite.
If it's not 3 a.m. where you are, feel lucky that you're not awake filming a video.
Yeah, I mean, like normal people have half of them friends in 10-hour different time zones, right?
Totally. All the cool kids.
All the cool, yeah. So while it's still loading, I'm gonna go ahead and just hint to the next thing. So what this is gonna actually, I should explain this. So what this is gonna do is, it uses a sketch to save the Wi-Fi configuration on your on the board's flash, so that every time you program it from now on, the Wi-Fi configuration is not going to change. So it's not hard-coded to your code. It's on the flash memory, and then any kind of code you program, it uses the same Wi-Fi credentials, which are stored on the board. And the advantage of this is that you can configure different boards to have different Wi-Fi configurations. Let's say you have like 10 different boards in 10 different places. And it's connected, by the way. So every board can have its own Wi-Fi config, and they can all have the same code. And each of the boards will connect to it, like the equivalent Wi-Fi network. And that's important because when you're pushing over their updates and you're pushing it to 10 different devices in 10 different networks, the code has to be the same.
Yeah.
So you have to have the configuration be different. So yeah, it's connected to my Wi-Fi, and that's all it does. Actually, it's not doing anything else. It's just connected, but that's a good thing.
Cool.
And then over here, if you want to like just double check, it's kind of slow, so let's not do that now. But you can double check that you can configure, like you can program, you can load a new program, and it's going to use this load function, and it's going to load the configuration from the memory, and it's still not going to connect without me specifying anything in terms of Wi-Fi config in this project. So every project from now on, we can just use this load function, and we'll load the Wi-Fi config from memory.
Super cool.
Yeah. So what now?
Have we got anything else on this page, or do we just go to the next step?
Yeah, let's not do the load thing because it's gonna take.
Cool. Sweet. Back to the getting started page. So now we have to enable over-the-air updates. Click there. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so it also says this here, but what this does is it programs your board with sample code that just homes in to our servers and asks if there's a new sketch, essentially. And if there is one, then it downloads it. Otherwise, it just it's actually a Blink sketch. So you actually let me program this. It's a Huzzah.
Yeah, I see the.
So it uses my own API key, and every user will have their own API key, probably more than one, so you can invalidate. Like if for some reason you think one of them is insecure or was compromised or anything, you can invalidate your API key.
When you're doing tutorial videos.
Yeah. So, but the basic idea is. I'm using my own API key, and I'm setting that the current version is 0. So the minute I create a new sketch, and it's gonna be version 1. So this device, since it has an older version, it's gonna download version 1 of whatever sketch I'm gonna create.
Cool.
Yeah, and what it's doing here, essentially the loop, it's basically just doing two things. One is periodic updates, and I've configured this to happen every 30 seconds, and then also it blinks every second.
Cool.
And what we can do is we can create a new project, and we can set it to blink like every 100 milliseconds or so. So we can see that we can see the change visually from the old program that blinks slowly to the new program that blinks fast.
Yeah, that can be our version 1. Almost there. And we're going to be able to see feedback from it, right, in the serial monitor about it looking for updates and then when it finds them.
Yep, exactly. So actually, I'm going to open it right after it connects. Okay. So it's already on the work network, I think. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it's already connected, and it actually homed in already, and it figured out that there are no updates. Yeah, and you can see, like this is just debugging, so we can make sure that it's the, this is my API key and all that, and this is my current version, and of course I'm gonna change that after the video. But yeah, so what every 30 seconds now it's gonna try to fetch a new binary, and it's gonna say that there are no updates. And the minute we create an update, it's gonna say try to fetch a new binary. It will not give us any, and it will fetch the binary and it will restart. So we will see this line, but we won't see this line, and a few seconds later we'll see the whole startup.
Let's update the binary.
Yeah. And actually, wait, let me go back to the camera and show you. I mean, it's still blinking. That's that's the whole point. And after we update it, it's gonna blink faster. No, damn it.
Infinity mode.
Okay. So we go back.
Yeah, start coding.
Yeah, so
go back to the cloud ID. You can still use that button from above, or use this one.
Yeah. It's the same button actually. So we have like the same button 3 times.
Cool. People need that. It's really tough sometimes to find that stuff.
Yeah.
So now you're going to create a new project with a workspace, with an OTA workspace.
Yes, exactly. So we need to create a new one. Let's see what the updates. And you will notice that every workspace has its own templates because, of course, like some code, will not work on different workspaces. So we have one example for the over-the-air updates. So I'm just gonna go ahead and create a project.
So we'll see that this one includes a few extra libraries. Is that right?
Exactly.
I love this little animation. It's adorable.
It's really cool. So yeah, that's essentially the only difference. The main difference between the standard Arduino project and the over-the-air updates project is that the over-the-air updates project includes the libraries for the Wi-Fi credentials and for the over-the-air update, and it also, of course, the sample code also includes that, and just as importantly, what it's doing is when we click verify and push, it's gonna it's gonna ask for what the current version of your application is. So if you like the latest version was version 5, it's gonna create a new version. And it's gonna say it's version 6, and it's gonna save the binary so that all of the devices, the next time they home in, they're gonna say, oh, okay, so there's a new binary. I'm on version 5, and there's version 6, so I'm gonna download that now.
Yeah. And so we were on version 0, right?
Yep, exactly. So what's gonna happen is the new it's gonna have version 1. That's like the new.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah. So this is the same code essentially. So I'm gonna change the blink interval here, and you can do like we have functions. You can do periodic updates, but you can also do anything you want. You can update any way you want. You can customize it really to fit your need. So like press a button to update, or only do it when on boot up, or only do it if on boot up you're like the user is pressing a button or something like that. Whatever you want. So I'm going to select the board again, and then I think it's obvious. I'm just going to click verify and push.
Ooh.
Oh, and if I click flash, it will just flash over USB. So again, you can.
So this one can do both.
Yeah, this can do both. Okay.
And this is going to be rather faster, right? We just have to wait for the board to recognize.
Yeah, exactly. So it's only slow because the board only homes in every 30 seconds. But other than that, it's much faster.
It only checks every 30 seconds.
So actually, that was really fast because we timed it really well. It's already so the sleep disable is just the big debug flag, and it's telling us that it's resetting in order to download the new binary.
And you've got a troubleshooting section down there, which is pretty fantastic.
Yeah. So usually, if you haven't done all of the previous steps, you will probably get this error. So just so you know. So it's now.
It's rebooting right now.
It's rebooting. Yeah, it's gonna reboot a couple of times, and then it's gonna go ahead and run your code.
Awesome.
Oh, and actually, while we're doing that, I can go back to the binary list, and you'll see that this is now the binary, and it's on version 1. Awesome. It worked.
Awesome.
And you can see this.
It looks pretty amazing.
Yeah. So you can see now that it's blinking and all that. And at the same time, you can see that it's still connected to the Wi-Fi and it's looking for HTTP updates. But there are no updates, so of course it's not doing anything. It's just blinking still. And the cool thing is, I can like now add a battery, and then I have this thing here.
Standalone. That's so cool.
Yeah, and it still would home in and ask for updates, and I can like add a screen here and whatnot. It's like the perfect thing for IoT stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And
That's
you can like you can have your serial monitor here instead of the computer and whatever, and that's it.
Legit.
Yeah, do your pits. Where are you gonna be?
Oh man, we're gonna be at New York Maker Faire next week. Everything's gonna be nuts. We're gonna be at the NXP booth. We're gonna be at the Avnet booth. Those are our two sort of hangout spots. So if you're at New York Maker Faire, come say hi.
Cool.
We'll get to walk around a little bit too. It's gonna be fantastic.
Everybody, go to NXP.
Everybody.
Go fun Hackster.io. Okay, cool. So yeah, thank you very much.
Sweet. Thank you for
Yeah.
all the stuff. All right. Ciao.
See ya. Bye.